Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm just going to move my screen a little bit so I can see a little bit better. It's a little bit small. I need to be able to get to that. Yes, there we go. So, lovelies, it's Saturday evening. I hope you're all having a pleasant weekend. Weather wasn't as nice today as it was on Thursday. Glorious sunshine. On Thursday, I shall share. Ooh, I've got noise. I did the school run, and it was just so nice. Didn't even have a coat on, and I always have a coat because I'm always cold. But didn't even have a coat on. It was so nice on the school run to school and when I picked up from school. And it's greying dismal today now. So I hope wherever you are in the world, it is nice and sunny. I have a pint of Coke. Don't worry, it's decaf. Can't have full fat stuff. I'll be up all night. So, we've got someone joining us. So hopefully some more people will come and join us. Otherwise, we will just continue and they can join us in a little bit. So I am live on Facebook and I should be live on YouTube, hopefully. Let's see. Yes, we are live on YouTube too. I've cracked it. Yay! I think I messed it up last week somehow. I don't know how. And also, did you know that Facebook now are taking down lives after 30 days? So I have to reload it anyway. You know, so it's on the page for inspiration for free for people. I don't know. Well, that's just what they're doing. Anyway, I'm probably just talking a lot. It's been a funny day today, though. I took my son climbing with some friends, which was very nice, at a local climbing centre. I do like to climb. It's fun. But I haven't been for a while because I've had a really bad back. I've got we've been diagnosed. I have arthritis in my lower back and my hips, which is is causing me a lot of pain. So I've had to take a break from my physical activities that I like to do. Oh well, we all try and do them anyway. But yeah, today was lovely. A bit of climbing with some friends, tea, and just hanging out with kids. But that was fun. But so today, I just wanted to do an inspiration video. So let's make something. Let's create. I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go. I'm not entirely sure what colours I'm going to use. But I've got a little idea. Last week we made... What did we make last week? Let me grab it. Last week we made a tag, didn't we? Is it in here? Oh yeah, there it is. Last week we made this really fun layered tag using all the lovely things from the new collection and some Katie Sue design moulds, which I've had sitting around for ages because I've done a mass kind of making of the moulds and then popped them in a pot and I get them out every now and again to kind of use them. And then I can't remember what we made the week before. Cannot remember. But we'll do something different today. Oh, I made this as well the other day, using some cardstock from Sweetie Factory. The Sweet Factory. I keep on calling it Sweetie Factory. You know when you just get something in your brain? My bad. Anyway, so I think, so if you are new to me, I have developed and created this new form of journaling called card journaling, whereby you stick in a copy of your project and then you can just log what you've used. So then you can go back and go, oh, I like that card. I want to use this from that and recreate it. But also, equally, you can look at it and go, maybe I want to do that and change the colours, or actually, I tried that technique and I didn't know. It was a bit iffy. But, it's just a way to keep a record of all those, like, fun things that you do. And I love giving cards, but I in the past have had such a habit of creating something, loving it, and then forgetting how I done the technique or what technique I used and what colours I used. And before I know, I've given it away and I've got no record of it. So I can barely remember what I've used, maybe a stamp set. So this is why this has been created, but I'll always share this with you guys. So, but I think I was saying to myself before, while I was setting up, I haven't done any texture paste for a while, and I love a texture paste. So I thought we could do some stenciling through a texture paste to make our background, and then I'm going to think about, I've got a few ideas in my head how I want to decorate that. So I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to pop this. So this is what the one of the first projects from my second book. So I'm filling 2 at the moment. And these books are exactly the same on the inside. It's just the covers. I wanted a choice of covers, and I will probably make some more choices of covers, because like a notepad, I like a different one for all different things. But some people like to have them all the same. But I was having a flick through, and I quite like this like texture paste project I did, so I might bring in some of that. I think today. And that's the beauty of having these books, is I can go back and look at past projects and be re-inspired to create something new. So I've got some watercolour cardstock already cut up in my preferred size. So I like to work in a 5x7. So I tend to have a bunch of 5x7 card bases made up. If I haven't got packs of them, I make them up. And black cardstock, like an 1/8 smaller all the way around. And then I like to have my cardstock then another 1/8 smaller than that. So I've got just a skinny border, but sometimes I like it a bit bigger. But that's my usual go-to size, if you want to know that. So let's flippity-flew you round to the desk camera. Now it's a little bit glary, so sorry about that. I'm playing around with lighting, and look, you can see my actual light above me there. Right, so texture paste. One of my texture pastes has died recently, so one of my Tim Holtz ones, so I don't know if my Crackle one's any good still, but they do dry out after a while. And I tend to use this Press and Seal. It's an American product, but you can get it on Amazon. I've probably got a link on one of my posts about it. It's really good because it just gives another barrier, and you can still screw the lid on it. It doesn't, it doesn't affect that. But, oh, that one looks good. So the Crackle paste is good. And then I really like this paper paste, which is basically texture paste, but this seems to have lasted quite well. So I think we'll go for Crackle. Why not? Let's go for a bit of Crackle. Now I'm going to bring in some of my stencils. What should we go for today? Let's do, oh, I haven't used the lines. Let's take those off there. On the website at the moment, if you buy 3 of these, you get your little ring free, which these are great. I actually am going to start selling the rings on the website. I just haven't got around to loading them up yet. But I will do. Now I also need, I'm going to grab a wet wipe just to pop these on once I've used them, because the texture paste dries quite quickly. I did have, and where have they gone? I've got some old ones as well. Ones that have dried out. So I've got a couple of dry ones and a couple of wet ones, just for when we take this apart. So I'm going to use this. Now with my stencils also, I like to put a bit of low-tack adhesive, so a repositionable one on the back. Just helps keep it in place. But I mean, these kind of mats are pretty good now as well. So if I wanted to, I can just pop it on there and that would hold it. So I'm just going to lay that down there. I'm going to get my little spatula tool, and I'm going to take some of this, and I'm not going to do all of it. I'm just going to do some of it. So I'm going to get some lines up here, I think. Oop. And I'm going to change over stencils in a sec. I'm going to get some of that. And this is the Crackle one, so I will probably speed up some of the drying in a sec. But we'll get some of that on there. Let's move that. And then move that down a little. So when I was creating this stencil, it's because I really liked doing like funny lines across a project. I was like, what's the easiest way for me to do it? So I created a stencil. Also, it's quite good for doing like water and stuff. Different colour blues. If you pop it on, pop a colour down, then slightly reposition it, and do that several times in a couple of different blues, it gives quite a nice watery effect. Right, so we've got that. Lovely. Let's just move you out of the way for a sec. Let's give you a little wipe down. I'm going to give it a quick wipe down now, only because when it dries, it's quite tricky to get off your stencil. I know some people like to have like a tray next to them with some water or something in them, but I don't have that. I think, shall I just leave that like that, and then I can do some stenciling with colour? Yes, I think that's what I'll do. So let's close that up. And I always, with these, I always close them up like straight away after using them, because they do dry out so quick. So you don't want that, do you? Nobody wants that, especially when your product gets wasted. I think that's kind of good why these are in like not too big a pots. This I've had ages, but it's lasted really well. But I think that it's got a foil top bit, so that probably helps. Let's give that a little wipe. Don't want that getting stuck on there. And that. Oop. Now, let's get the dryer. So sorry about the noise. But I will give this a quick blast. I don't normally like to force the drying when I'm doing texture paste. I like to just let it sit and dry, but you know, we can't sit around all day. Not today anyway. As it is me, myself and I. So with the crackle paste, this one's this is a translucent one, so it should dry see-through. So I could have put some stuff down beforehand. I might put some on one of the die cut pieces. How are we doing? Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. I don't want to start laying colour down until I've got this layer done. Yeah, we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think we're good. So we'll just give that a bit of a bend back into position. That hasn't crackled. It was a crackled one, yeah. Oh, that's fine. That is fine. It's probably because I forced the drying. I'm going to bring in a couple of colours. I've got Tea Dry. I've got Peacock. Give that a little shaky shake. And Peacock. I've got both the spray stain and the oxide next to me. I've also got some Salvage Patina because it's just a really lovely colour. I do have, is it Timberjack? No, Scorched Timber. I also grabbed some aged mahogany. So I've grabbed a couple of colours. Not entirely sure if they're going to work out well for each other. Right, let's give it a go. You can sell some of the ones that I use all the time, like this one. Half the bottle's gone already. Where's my spray box? I've got a spray box so I don't get my desk all covered. Let me grab that. Right. I think they're all mixed up well enough. Whoop. Okay. There's my spray box. Oh, and you can see, which is good. That's good. So I'm going to start off. Actually, I'm going to start off with the tea. This is a new one. If you guys saw my video the other week about the closure of Creative Expression, this is one of the sprays that I got for an absolute bargain price. So I'm gonna use a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna go in a little bit of aged mahogany. This looks like a really nice kind of reddy brown. Oh yeah, bit dirty. I'm going to dry that layer first, and then I'm going to add some blue. It dries fairly quickly, this. I won't dry it completely, but I'll get it kind of mostly dry. Just makes it a little bit easier to work with. Let's go for a bit of the peacock. I think peacock feather is my absolute favourite. I might move that around a little bit. So I'm going to take a little bit of water before it. I'm going to just move it a little. Let's get a paintbrush. Have I got one next to me? Nope, I put it all away, didn't I? It's funny, sometimes like you put stuff away and you're like, why did I do that? Fabulous. Oh, I've got some water next to it. Let's give that a little drying. And then I'm going to go in with the salvage patina. A little bit of that. I'm just going to keep adding some colour. I think I want a bit more of this one. A bit more tea. Almost dry there. There we go, we're getting there, we're getting there. I'm going to do some more stenciling over the top of this though. Let's just flip that over and give the back a bit of a dry. Right. So now, move the box out of the way. Mr. Box. Where is my paper? Oh, it's down there. I don't know where it was. Oh, that's where I put that stuff. Right, I'm just going to get a paper towel. I'm just going to give it a quick... Oh, didgeridoo wants it. A little rub down. There we go. Fab. Oh, that's looking really kind of nice and grungy. I like the colour textures, changes. Colours won't stay where the this particular texture paste is, because it's got more of a plasticky feel than a papery feel like some of the others. So I'm just going to give that a little rub off, because that won't stay, and I know as soon as I start working on it I'll rub it all over my hand. So I'll give that a little going over just to reveal that a little bit better. There we go. That's looking kind of nice. Now let's get my old faithfuls, so my favourites. So text, circles, and maybe bricks. Then we'll get some stamps involved as well. So what colour ink do I need? I need some salvage patina, which I do have in an oxide. Oh, in the oxide, and I do have normal somewhere. No, that's speckled egg. I need to relabel these. Some of my labels have come off. What other colour do I have? Peacock. Peacock. Oh, it's there. And I don't think I've got those browns. I do have yellow. No. Oh, we'll give that a go. We shall give this a go. We'll give this a go. So I've got some very nice. Here we go. I've got some very nice kind of assortment of colours now, and I'm just going to try and bring some more of the stenciling in. So now we've got that kind of really messy background. Let's go for, I think we'll go for the letters in the brown, and I'm going to take some of that up here. So this is, sorry I didn't say the colour, did I? Vintage Photo, only because I don't have the aged mahogany in a brown, annoyingly. Can't have all the colours, can we? We can hope to. It's taken me years to collect the amount that I've got. Oh, fab. And a bit more up here. Let's do a little bit of a, move it around a little bit. Oh yeah, see, that's coming through. I don't know if you can see that, but it's starting to come through. And then I think I should just do a small amount down here of the letters. I might add some more in a little bit, but that might be okay. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a bit of that. I'll pop that beside me. Then I'm going to do a bit of salvage patina. I think I better do it in the oxide. So I got some, so it just shows up a bit better, because the oxide is opaque, it will sit on top, whereas if I use the just normal distress inks, it's translucent, so the colour behind it will show through. And obviously if I want a bit of a pop, that's one thing. If I've got a kind of, what's the words I'm looking for? It's right, I'm trying to find my other, oh, I've got them behind me here, don't I? Oh yeah, a big bag of them. Let's start that again. I'm waffling. So because the distress ink is translucent, like I won't get as much kind of show. It will show, but not quite the same as using the oxide. So I have a habit of mixing these up all the time because I just put them all down, then I start using the wrong one with the wrong one. Right, I'm gonna go over this blue area with the brick. Just take that down there, just to kind of give my brick a bit more form. Let's see how it's looking. Yeah, that's nice. And I'm just gonna kind of match up kind of the lines, so then I can just continue that pattern. It's not been specifically designed to be a repeating pattern, but this particular stencil does work quite well at repeating. I might see what it's like just a little bit down here, just a little bit, but you can see how the oxide will sit on top, whereas if I use the translucent, the distress, it'll be a lot subtler and the colour won't quite be the same. Oh, it's nice and juicy. So I'll just do this bit over here so you can see the difference. So it's got a much lighter kind of colour to it, and this has got more of a chalky. I kind of like that actually. Just a little bit of that over here. Really nice. Okay, so that will fade back a little. So there's you, and you. I don't know if I've got, no, I haven't. So I put a little bit of, what's it called? Oh, what the words? What is it? Velcro on the back, just to keep these on, but sometimes it's a bit annoying and sometimes it makes everything a bit messy, but I haven't done that to those ones yet. So let's move you over. Now I think I want to add something a little bit darker to it for the dots. So what have I got colour wise? I do have black soot. Is that going to be a bit too much? Should I go for hickory smoke? Let's go for hickory smoke. It's still a dark, but and I'll do the edges. So I'm going to do a bit of dottage. Do we do dottage? Yeah, do dottage. I might have to grab the oxide if it's not coming through enough. Or is that too subtle? I think it's a little subtle. I think it's a bit too subtle. Let's change it up. Boop. And let's go for the black soot. I'm going to be changing my craft room around. For those of you that want to know. You probably don't, but I'm going to share it anyway. I moved it around a few years back and I love the setup, but now I'm finding like the sun really has an effect on when I'm filming, and like all my inks are not in arm's reach. Really silly thing. So I think I might have a little bit of a change around at some point. Right, I'm just going to reline that up, or try to reline that up on the dots that are already there, which is about there. Then we'll go over with the darker. Oh yeah, see, that's better. The hickory smoke was a little bit too subtle. I wanted subtle, but changed my mind. So I'm just going to take it the dots around, and probably down in this corner too. Don't know why I'm turning it. It's dots. They're the same anyway. Let's go along here. Here we go. That's nice. I'll pop that to one side. Now I'm just going to take my paper towel again, because like I said, so these, where I've done the texture paste, because it's more of a plasticky feel for the texture, this texture paste, because it's not it's the crackle translucent. It ink doesn't really sit on it unless I use like a permanent. It doesn't kind of react the same. So if I don't take it off, I end up with it all over my hand. See, look, it removed quite nicely and kind of knocked those dots back into the background a bit. So there we go. We have a background. I might go around the edges with a bit black, because I do like a black edge. There we go. So how is people? I have a few people watching. How are you? I hope you're well. I hope your Saturday's been fun. I mentioned earlier on I took my son climbing today, which was nice. We've enjoyed our Saturday. We're going to go swimming tomorrow. So we've really got into swimming, which is good. Especially as we live by the sea. I mean, like, it's a must, isn't it? There we go. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. Let's pop you out the way. You out the way. Now. So, let's bring in... What dye should I bring in? Oh, I was going to do some stamping, actually. I might actually whip out some of my bulbs. We can do a little bit of stamping with the bulbs. So this is from the Light Bulb Moments collection. I'm going to take my little bulb. What little bulb, or do I want a big bulb? We'll do little bulb. So this is a little solid bulb. I've got one slightly bigger as well. We also have a light halo, which is kind of cool. Do you want that? We'll just do the light. And block. Got one just here. So I'm actually going to use that the black soot for this. I'm not fussed about this being a perfect impression, because it is the background. It's supposed to be a bit messy, a bit grungy. And I just want it to kind of be there in the background. Quite often I'm not fussed about things being too perfect. Don't know about you, but it doesn't need to be, does it? There are some cards, obviously, like very clean cut cards, that needs to be, but I'm going to do a few more bulbs actually. I'm going to take this here. Where I will rub off what goes onto the texture paste again. It will just knock back. This is a nice little filler stamp. Yeah. Should we just do one coming down there? Can't help myself sometimes. I'm like, oh, just one more. No, actually, I changed my mind. Not one more. Give that a wipe. I'll give it all a good clean afterwards. So pop you over there. And I think let's bring in my butterfly die. See how I just give that a little wipe and it just wipes away? It's because the distress inks on a permanent ink, they're water based. They just won't sit on top of this texture paste. Now I have a whole bunch of them already cut out, so well, I might do that actually. So I've got some of my texture dies cut out already. I think what we're gonna do, well, we might end up using those. I'll leave those out just in case. This is part of the butterfly. There's the other half. Oh, all the bits that I end up cutting out, and then I just end up keeping in a bit of a pile. So what I'm going to do, I've decided, I'm going to stamp onto some cardstock using one of my brownie colours, I think. I might do a little mixture. So where am I going to put that? There. Where did I put the dies? There. Everything's in like kind of arm's reach. I'm going to get these dies out. And the stamp, so I showed you just this. This is the kind of texture butterfly stamp. So this is this stamp here, but then cut out in using the dies. And it comes out quite beautifully. So I'm gonna use that. And I think we will do the back layer in a brown and we'll do the top layer in a blue. So what have I got next to me? I've got vintage photo. So it might need to be a bit darker. And we've got the peacock. So we've got exactly what we need. Let's move you and you. Keep hold of those. We need that. So I'm going to need to stamp out one butterfly in the brown and one in the blue to cut them out. Now, I did have a bit of stamping card just here. You shall do. So I don't need to do that in the watercolour. But I think the back colour, what colour did I say the back colour was going to be? Is that going to be the brown? I might do a little bit of blending. Yes, I shall. Right, let me grab walnut. And what is that? Oh, the blending ones. These, my friends, are brilliant. I first used these when I was a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but they are actually brilliant. And I got some more from Amazon, fairly cheap. And they're really good for adding like a blending colour. So let's just take the top of this with our lighter brown. And I just do these in colour families. Just so I've got a bit of coverage. But you could do a really good ombre kind of colour change with these. But I just need a bit of colour for that back. A bit more. And once you've worked that colour, it's just nice way of doing it. Teensy bit more. Obviously, if you've got other blending tools, use those. But this is just one that I really like using. So there's that. I think there'll be enough room for both. Let's hope. So let's stamp our beautiful butterfly first, and it's the brown. I could use a block, but if I'm honest, I quite like using a stamping tool, just in case I don't get full coverage or a good impression the first time. Stamping tool is just really nice to use. And if I've misstamped any, I can always go back in, give it another press, and it's no big thing. So I am just going to go over it once more, just to give it a bit more definition. There we go. So working up, down, across, even pressure and all of that. Lovely. Boop. Okay, so now I need to give that a little wiper-rooney. I'll put it there. Because we're going to stamp in the blue now. Right. Wonder if I will get away with just doing a Doogery what's it there. I may need to get another bit. I thought it should be big enough, but it might not be. Oh no, that'll be fine. Just the wingtips might have a little bit of brown on, but that's no biggie. Right, lift that up. I'm going to pop that there and we will go for the blue. Good old tap, tap, tap. Okay. Oh, he's in the way. There we go. I don't know what day is best for doing lives, because so many people do them. It's hard to not clash with people. Oh, that's come out quite nice. But I'm trying to not clash with people, because I would like to do them on a Friday evening, but our lovely Lisa does hers on a Friday. And I thought I'd do them on a Monday, but I can't do a Monday because my lovely Tony does them on a Monday. But they're the good days that work well for me. That's come out really nice. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to pop that over there. Come back to you because I'm going to have to clean you. I may do just a small amount because I don't want it to be too white, because we've not done any white. We've not really got a lot of white on the card. So I'm just going to, just a tiny bit, just to take a little bit of harshness out of that white. Oh, I can hear Theo coming up the stairs. Yes, darling. You know Mummy's live. Are you okay? Okay, make sure you shut the door, because we don't want to hear you weeing. Anybody else have an 8-year-old boy? Likes to share everything with everyone? I think he has shut the door. Right. Right, they can go away. Lovely. So let's grab a die cutting machine and we can cut these out. Okay. I've still got my big shot from when I was a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I always liked this one because it was black. Oh, still got stuff in from the other day. There we go. And we want brown for the back. So it doesn't fit exactly over it, but it kind of, it fits quite nicely over it. And then we'll do the butterfly there. Okay. Okay. Do it back and forth. Back and forth. There we go. Let's move that down there. I will probably trip over it when I get up. Where's my pokey tool? There it is. So we've got that. That's looking lovely. And then this one's more of the solid. So we've got that nice, we've still got that grungy look coming through with that stamp. That's nice. Right, let's just move you out the way. And oh, there's a stamp there. Move you. Now we're getting close to a finish. Okay, so Just move some of this stuff out of the way. I seem to have like tons of things around me. Now I need some glue. Tape runner. This is the problem when you put stuff away. You've put it away. Oh, I might not need that, but need some foam pads. Go for those ones. Right, so got our card base. We've got a black layer. We've got that and that. There we go, lovely. So let's get this put together. So let's use my tape runner. Oh, are you not going to work? Of course you're not. No, need another one. I'm going to bin. Like this one. I have tons of these, absolute tons. I've got to use them up. Okay. So, there we go. Just line that up nicely. And I'm just going to flip it over and give it a wipe. And I do that just so I don't wipe whatever I've got on my card on my hand and smudge things. Do a little. There we go. Make sure my card's not upside down. I have done that plenty of times. And then we just line that up. Once again, turn it over, give it a rub, and there we have it. Now, shall I use a bit of glue? So I'm just going to pop a bit of glue on this centre bit here. She says. No, she's not, because the glue's not coming out. So I'll just use my tape. I'm just going to pop a little bit of adhesive just there. And then we can just line that up. Just lay it down there. Line those wings up. Give it a squidge down. We can do a little bit of a lift on both. We can pop a couple of, oh yeah, I haven't done the sentiment yet. Put a foam pad there. Yeah, we've got to do a sentiment. What sentiment shall we do? Whoop. I think I'm going to have the butterfly down there. Actually, let's have them like that. Yeah, like that. I was thinking about using one of my texture dyes, but I don't think I need to. But what I do need is to do a sentiment. So let's grab what sentiment stamps I've got. I have got, oh yeah, let's use one of the ones from the Light Bulbs Moment collection. So we've got, you bring light to my life, don't let others extinguish your light, live life in the light, shine bright. I think you bring light to my life. Now let's do the uplifting. Don't let others bring you down, because that's quite a nice one. And need a little bit of cardstock. Got a whole pack of it somewhere. There it is. Let's get a little bit in from here. Just bring my stamping tool back in so we can do this. We're going to have to do a little bit of what's the word? Blending it back in because it's a bit, it might be a bit, well, it might be all right actually. Let's line that up there, pop you there, pop you there. Sorry if my head's in the way, I'm just trying to get that nice and straight. That's quite a long one. Really do like a font stamp that is like a typewriter, and this particular one is from an Underwood typewriter, which I own one, which is very, very old. It's like 100 years old, vintage travel typewriter. I love it. No, I don't get to use it. It needs to be, unfortunately, it needs to have a service because there's a couple of things it needs thought in, but I do love it. Right, so I'm going to need to bring my Doodle What's It in. When I say Doodle What's It, I do mean my trimmer. Your little trim down. There and there. So that is a bit kind of like, ooh, bright. I think I'm going to trim it down anyway. So we've got 2 lines. Don't let others. Do a little whoop there. Where's my vintage photo? You're usually pretty good. I don't think black's going to be a little bit too harsh. So we'll do a little bit of that. So I'm just doing a little tap, just to, so it's not so bright white. And then we will do a little edge with the black. One, and then ooh, there we go. Fabulous. A couple of foamy pads to lift it up. Right, let's do the first one. I don't want to cover up too much of that light bulb because I kind of like it showing. And then this one we shall just pop here. There we go. Just move these little bits out the way, and we'll have a look at the whole thing. So we've got our sentiment, we've got like our focal point, we've done a really kind of grungy, fun background. I shall do a little flip-it-a-flu with the cameras. Flip-it-a-flu. So there we go. Oh, that way. That's been fun. Very grungy. I'm liking the lines. With the, it was a translucent, it was a crackle paste, but thing is with this, if you dry it too quickly, you don't get the crackles. I knew that would happen, so I probably should use the other one. But I do like the fact that because it's got more of a plasticky after feel, you don't get the bleed of colour, whereas with the paper paste and some of the other texture pastes, the colour bleeds in, which sometimes is nice, but that's not what you're looking for. So that's been fun today, using Whispering Wing stamp set, also the Light Bulb Moments stamp set for the sentiment, then some of my stencils and some grungy colours, some new colours that I've not used before because I've got them now and I'm trying to push myself with colours. But thank you very much for joining me for a little bit of crafty goodness. I hope it's inspired you to create, and I always look forward to seeing what you guys are going to create, so please share it on the Creating with Crafty as a Fox. I want to see what you're doing with my products, and I'll see you all again soon. We will have some exciting news next week, but you have to wait till then for that. So from me, let's do a flippity flu. From me, this is a good night and enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening, and I will see you all again soon. I will try and do another live next week. No idea when, but I will try and do one. Okay? Anyway, thanks again. I'll see you in the next one, and blah, 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 all of that. Bye. There was no nudity, so how on earth? How do I... Something else. There is no... Oh. But there was no nudity. Card making is not offensive.